Yeah, dude.
That was a silent one.
No, I think that was good. But we will see later when we put this up.
Yeah. I was more thinking about the fact that it was just one.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's a sad day. Rasmus is no longer with us.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's not dead, though.
He's kind of dead.
He's dead to us.
He's dead to us.
No. As we said in the last episode, he's not going to attend as much as he has up to this point. I lost my trail there.
And then it's been gone pretty much from time to time.
Yeah.
But now we're not going to see him for a while.
Yeah.
At least until Linkin Park, I think. That's the next time we'll probably see him.
Exactly. Well, we will see him, but that's not sure he will be in the show.
Yeah.
So you can't hear him in your ear holes.
In our ear holes.
Yeah.
But,
This is episode 102.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
Fucking
with some
crazy.
music. Yeah. It's been a while now.
But holy crap. 102 episodes.
Yeah,
who would have thought?
That's crazy.
Where did the time go?
Where did the time go, actually?
Yeah. So today we're going to talk some new music.
Yeah.
Very many songs, actually.
Yeah.
4 singles. Some Sublime, Lambrini Girls, Self-Deception, and Throne. And an entire album from Don Broco. A Nightmare
Broco.
Trip. Don Broco. What did I say?
Broco.
Broco, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't want to be like that, but
Broco. Nightmare Tripping.
Yeah,
that's the album name.
Yeah,
but we will get to that in a moment.
In a while.
in a while, I think
we'll
it
probably
will
take like an hour and a half.
I don't think so.
Maybe
we
not.
can keep it short.
Yeah.
We can be like Throne and keep it very short.
Yeah, maximum 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
That would actually be pretty fun.
Yeah. It's a funny thing that we talk like half an hour for a song that's at tops 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But and also just to be clear, we will try to get Rasmus with us in the podcast in the future from a distance, as we've done before. It's just sadly with our new equipment that he will be off-road.
Yeah.
But we will have him with us when he's available.
Yeah.
And from time to time, hopefully, we will have some guests instead.
Yeah.
From our dear friends and stuff.
Yeah. We will try to figure something out. So it's not just you and me in the...
Oh, exactly.
In the ear hole.
Exactly, in the ear hole. And also follow us on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Mostly. But especially Instagram right now. We will have some more fun content coming up soon.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So news.
Yeah. News reporter Andreas.
News reporter me.
Yeah. Let's go.
And this first one, I really would have wanted Rasmus to attend. Because we're going to talk about Five Finger Death Punch. And I can hear him say, I listened to them in like 2007. I like them, but I haven't listened to them. I don't really like their new stuff.
Yeah, it was like when I listened to Bandit when I was 10.
Exactly. So you can channel your inner Rasmus.
Yeah.
But they went big. They're actually out on tour right now. A big United States tour. I think it's all of North America. I think they're going to go to Canada and Mexico also. Hopefully, they will extend it to the world. And... fuck the world, just to Sweden. Stockholm, please. But they announced that big things are happening 2026. And one of the big things is they are actually recording a new album as we speak.
Ooh.
Well, as we speak, but that's how they put it up. And it will be released this year. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And it's their 10th album. So that's pretty big. And I think the latest one was in 2022, 21 or 22, I think.
Didn't we talk about it? Wasn't it 2020?
2020?
Wasn't it the F8
No,
album, or was it?
F8. That's the eighth album.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course, ninth.
Yeah, the ninth album. I think it was 2022.
What was that called?
Yeah, no.
Feels like a big blur here for me.
Yeah, on the top of my head, I lost it, so I will cheat and look it up.
It just I'm maintaining for the moment, but it just felt like we talked about it, and the F8 was the last one. It just felt like we talked about that, but maybe it was just a specific track we talked about.
Yeah, so Afterlife, 2022.
Okay.
And then the F8 was in 2020, so
Yeah.
And then they released the deluxe in 2024, and they have also done Best of Volume 1 and Volume 2, and a sort of a re-release of their biggest album, which was The Wrong Side of Heaven and The Righteous Side of Hell, which was split up in two, so it's part 1 and part 2 when they released it back in 2016 or something. They released a mashed together version, and I think there was one extra song or something, but so they have constantly done stuff and released things, either the deluxe or best of or something, but no, there hasn't been a new album since 2022. So
Actually, it's been a while then.
yeah, it's a pretty long time.
Obviously, I don't listen that much to them, but it feels like it's been a time since those last songs came.
Yeah.
But also like when there are like deluxes and I don't know and best of things coming out, and there's like an extra song coming out like every year, you kind of get that. Like if we talk Bandit Rock, you get that. Well, this new song will be played like this upcoming year at Bandit.
Exactly.
So you always have like a Five Finger Death Punch song, like played there.
And the latest album wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, because as you know, I'm a real big fan. But the latest album, I think it dipped because they lost both their drummer and their guitarist in a pretty short while. The drummer, who was also a founding member, Jeremy Spencer, he hurt his back. I think it was some kind of sickness. So he underwent a couple of surgeries and stuff. And he physically can't play anymore, which is sad. He plays like some things, but he can't play on a tour, for example, or something. So that's why he left the band. He has a new band where he's the singer.
Cool.
No. It's bad.
No, okay. Damn.
I don't remember the name. I think it's something. It's a pun on like Satan or Lucifer or something like that.
Okay.
And he has a full mask where he looks like Satan, basically, red and with horns and stuff. And it's not great.
And it's not like the Dave Grohl in Tenacious D.
It sort of looks the same.
Okay.
But not as cool as Dave Grohl.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, that's not great. But they have done very well for themselves. They play festivals and stuff. And also Jason Hook, the guitarist, he quit the band because he felt like he wanted to move on. And he started Flat Black.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of them and I was like, if it's them, we thought they were pretty good when they launched their first songs, and I'm like, well, does Andreas really hate them right now? But yeah, it was the guitarist who started.
I'm not the biggest fan of Flat Black, as you said. The first song or first two songs or something
was nice surprises.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
The rest of the album was not so good, and I've heard some songs since then, and it's not that great. So, but I think the latest album was with the new guys. So they're already warm in their clothes. Yeah. And as we talked about, Ivan Moody, who's a singer, he's gone through rehab and is sober and everything. And it hasn't been the best thing for him, writing wise. Yeah. to sober up, but we'll see if he got the things out of him, so he can go back to The good old days.
As you see many times that like the writing process and actually musically are oftenly much better when people are like miserable and on drugs and alcohol.
Exactly.
And when they clean up, it's like it's so clean.
Yeah.
Like the music too.
Yeah. But we will see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But new music from a new album from them. That's fun.
And we will talk about it for sure.
Obviously.
I will make sure of it.
Yeah.
And hopefully in an album, in a episode where Rasmus is also with us.
Yeah. Sure.
I will force him to be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think I dig them like solidly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are many songs that I like genuinely.
Yeah.
It's not like just that's the best from them, but I don't dig them.
Yeah. And as I said, I like them, and they're awesome live. I've said that many times before also, but surely if they come, I will see them again.
Yeah.
And
Have you
and
bought the tickets for Shinedown?
No, actually. I've totally, completely forgot about it.
Holy shit.
Um,
I even saw that they did like a commercial on Instagram right now where it's like, buy your tickets, we're coming to Stockholm and an exit, buy them.
Yeah. And
You seen it too?
Payday is tomorrow, so
Yeah, dude.
thank you for reminding me.
No worries.
And also I promised my brother to get tickets, so
Yeah.
I don't think I actually bought them. I have no memory of it, but I will have to check it to see that I don't double down.
You were like talking so much about you were gonna do the MasterCard almost like pre.
Yeah, I don't remember why I didn't do it. So maybe I did it and I don't remember right now. But I will be there. So
yeah,
and it's unexit, so there's no worries not to get standing tickets.
Yeah,
because like we talked about, I will not go and sit down on a concert.
No. Do you think there's a chance like that they sell out pretty quickly? I know that you want the tickets as fast as possible, but like if you're honest, do you think they will sell out even to like the day that they're playing?
Maybe sell out, yes, but not until like a month before or a couple of weeks before even.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while and it's been a while since they released an album, and it's been a while since they released an album that people were really into, because the latest one, not From Zero, Planet Zero. Yeah. So not Linkin Park.
No.
That's why I was like,
wait,
hold
no.
on. Hold on a second. No, Planet Zero. It got lukewarm reception from people.
Yeah.
I think it was fine, but not the greatest. So
there were many good tracks on it, but it was almost like an interlude or something like that between every song.
Yeah,
I recall something like that. And it didn't really go well with that, I think.
No,
I mean we like when you do that, but not like in every song, and it's too long too. It's like and interludes on like 1 minute, 1.5, and it's just like random stuff or something.
Yeah, but I will actually get tickets, so thank you for reminding me.
No worries. I would probably also get tickets at some point, because I would like to see them, but it's obviously not a band that I will buy at the first time I get the chance.
And also a great band live. If you get the chance, all you people listening, go see them, because they're awesome live, and they're really charismatic, the whole band and everything. Pretty funny band also, even when the stuff gets heavy. Heavy in the sense of hard music, and heavy as in the stuff they're singing about. Let's move on.
You had more news.
Ticketmaster and Live Nation. Fuck them. I will not go into it too deep, because then we will be here like 2 weeks.
Then we can skip the music.
Yeah, exactly. So I will try to do it as quickly as I can. But in the States, US of A, there have been a really big lawsuit against Ticketmaster and Live Nation. And for those people who don't know, it's the same company. And that's the whole core of this lawsuit, because they have they have screwed people over and admitted as much. The text messages that has been put forward, who are now open to the public to read, it's really nasty stuff that they are talking about in their stuff.
Yeah.
And how they view people is so nasty. And the two guys that I saw have talked about people like we're going to do everything to rob them, basically. And I'm being nice. They have said way worse things in text messages and stuff. And also, so it's been some controversy because, first of all, the current president of America didn't want this to be a thing because he likes big corporations who can do whatever they want. So he wanted them to settle out of court.
Unexpected that he like big corporations.
Yeah. And there was sort of a shady deal going because in America it's very hard. It's very hard to explain how the justice system works. But basically, a lot of states and cities and stuff have their own jurisdiction, and they can come together to make a bigger lawsuit against anything, basically. But in this case, a big corporation. And in this case, the biggest entity, the DOJ, did a shady deal, from many people who think it is a shady deal, with Ticketmaster and Live Nation behind locked doors. And basically they told everybody else, you have 24 hours to get behind us. And what that thing did was they would get a slap on the wrist and some fines. And almost everybody else who are on the lower tiers, on the opposite side, were like, nope, we're going to take this to court. And they took it to court and they won. So that's great news, because they haven't come back. The judge hasn't come back with the punishment yet, but many people believe that because they won the case, that they will have to split up Ticketmaster and Live Nation. And I encourage everyone who is listening to read up on it, because it affects everyone who is interested in music. Because they screwed over artists and venues and other ticket selling stuff, and they drove prices up, and not by a small margin, but they basically tripled their revenue the latest 6 years or something.
Yeah.
So it's really, really bad, and it's a monopoly in the States.
Yeah, and it was also like, if I understood it correctly from the video I saw that you sent me, in USA, or maybe this is generally, but when you kind of like have monopoly on stuff like this, or monopoly overall, I guess, there was some kind of law that says that you can't raise like prices to like an normal price range. When you have monopoly, you have to be reasonable.
Yeah,
something like that.
And they haven't done it because technically they're not a monopoly. There are still some small players, and they can point to them and they're like, yeah, they can do this, the same thing we're doing, but they can't.
No,
there's no way. And also they have claimed from the get-go that the artist sets the price, which was a complete lie. And in the evidence that they put forward, it was clear that they dictated the price. So there were like text messages where it was like, oh, this artist is really hot and it's selling really, really much. Raise the price. So it started in like $105 or something. Yeah. And ended up being $199. And it's crazy. So this is actually really, really good for artists and venues and stuff. And there are horrible examples of especially venue owners who are steamrolled because either you do what we say, or we're gonna bankrupt you.
Yeah.
They have literally said that.
Yeah.
Too, and yeah, it's
Which is so
not good.
disgusting, like that. Even when you are that big, you like push out people who just want to do their stuff, and like, I don't want to get Ticketmaster to my venue.
Yeah.
Like, I want to sell them in another way, and they were like, well, you're gonna have to.
Yeah,
And it's like,
and if
that's
you
so
don't,
nasty.
we're gonna ban this artist from performing at your stage.
Yeah.
Because if that artist still goes to you, he can't perform on our stages, and our stages are the biggest stages. So, and when Ticketmaster and Live Nation was two companies who merged, and when they merged, people were like, "This is not a good idea. Don't let them do it. It will ruin everything." And it got through because, the powers that be said it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And people who were with, who talked back then, they're coming back right now and saying, "See, this is what we said." So yeah, I'm following it pretty closely, actually, and it's really interesting and super. It's very good because we've actually, you and me, Anton, had looked at maybe going to the States to see something. We have seen some festivals or a band or something that's cool or something, and been like, yeah, we could go there. The plane tickets aren't that expensive. And then you get to the actual tickets for the show and be like, there's no way we can afford that.
Yeah.
And the nosebleed seats are even more expensive than, so maybe in the future.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, obviously this is gonna affect like the whole world, but obviously it's more like it's worse in the USA.
Yeah,
where like the tickets are like that high. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, we think they are high here sometime when it's like 1,000 crowns for a standing ticket, or whatever, or maybe more. But then it's like, it's okay if you compare it to what the USA have it.
What they are paying.
Yeah.
And
sometimes.
And we actually have pretty good laws here in Sweden that it's illegal to have a monopoly. So yeah, we have Ticketmaster and Live Nation. They're not the only ones. However, they're the biggest players in the field. So hopefully this will break up everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that because it's such a big thing in the States, that they will have to look at it here in Europe also, which is usually what happens when something this big goes down, and they will have to check it out here in Europe also.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, so that's pretty nice actually. Over to something else.
Something else.
If you don't have any more news.
I don't have any.
No.
I'm good.
So we're gonna talk about. Let me just check in what order I said it was in. Yeah, Sublime, Until the Sun Explodes.
Yeah.
New song. And take it away.
Yeah, we're going back to Long Beach in California.
Long Beach.
Yeah. And,
do you have your skateboard with you?
I have my skateboard with me. I'm skating all the way over there. Sublime also have announced that they will put out their first album in like 30 years, which is so cool. But also, like, there's a pretty good reason for that if people don't know. So the singer, Bradley Nowell, the former singer, died back in 96. So the original singer, obviously, and all of that. And I don't think they, I don't think they put in another singer when he died. I think they just broke down as a band at that point. But the thing is, Bradley had a kid named Jacob. And Jacob is now, how old could he be? He's 30. So Jacob,
he was born in 1996.
95.
95. Oh.
Okay, so he will be 31.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jacob joined the band for I don't know, a couple of years ago, and they have put out, I think it was Ensenada also, another track that will be included on this new album. But now this second track and the news that an album will be released. So Jacob have kind of like refueled this band and I don't know, get them out on the map again, and they're touring. And the funny thing is Jacob sounds like exactly like his father. It's so good, and it's so almost like eerie close that he can sing that well and in the same way and have the same charisma and stuff like that as his father. Cause I don't know, the thing is with Sublime, it's very ska punk and all of that, or even most of the music, it gives like a reggae kind of like you want to smoke a joint vibe, and it's summer tunes all over the place. So it's just all about the vibe when it comes to Sublime. And I don't know if I've been a super Sublime fan before. Obviously, I think many people know of Sublime, like mainly because like they have a great logo, and that kind of like pops up on t-shirts and stuff like that, and kind of sell in different shops and stuff. But I don't think maybe that many people know actually of Sublime or listen to them.
That it's actually a band.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's one of those type of bands that people wear the shirts, but they don't even listen to the music. But yeah, I've known of them for a while, but haven't listened that much. But yes, then Ensenada came, and now this one came, and like I'm so happy on this track. I love this, and also it's so good that it comes like in a early. It's not summer yet; it's spring. But I mean, when it's getting warmer, the sun is actually popping up, and then you put on until the sun explodes, and you're like, yeah, this is fucking summer tune. I don't know, just I like how this one changes the pace many times. Like in the verses, it just picks it up from time to time, and also like in the bridge where he takes it down like a lot, like to like a dark place or something. It feels like he's really like questioning things, and also like if you listen to this song, it's all about his father also. That it should have been him standing here, but now it's him, and this should be your life, but it's my life, but it still feels like you're with me and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. I don't think it necessarily feels like a song that is meant for like a father that has passed away, something like that. I feel like I can listen to it without feeling like, oh, it's a sentimental horror song. I just feel like it's a fun, energetic ska punk track that I want to listen to the whole fucking summer. And then I feel like we need to hear what Andreas thinks of this, and if you have checked out more of Sublime.
I've heard Sublime. I'm not a huge fan, and I'm not a huge fan of this song either. I like the vibe of this song, and as you said, this will be a summer song. So surely people will listen to this when they sit in the park and drink some beer, or actually skate or something.
Yeah, going to the beach.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah,
and so I get that, and I really get that people like this vibe, but the actual song it's not for me. Mostly because it's repeating itself too much. So it's the same thing over and over and over again, which it gets a little stale too fast for me.
Okay.
But I still like the vibe of it, but I will not listen to it more. And it's more fun than good. So sure, I can listen to it because it's fun, but I will not listen to it because it's good. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. So, and I didn't know about the singer died and it's his son and everything. So that adds to it.
Yeah.
that makes it a better story.
Yeah.
If not anything else, but
I mean, at least it makes the song like, I don't know, it gives it
Interesting.
some, interesting, and it gives some worth to it.
Yeah.
It isn't just like a stupid, like, smoke a joint song.
nah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, not for me.
All right.
Yeah, like the vibe.
Yeah.
Not for me.
But have you checked out more Sublime now since I
No,
put it in the list?
actually not.
No.
Because I know sort of what their deal is, so
Yeah.
I don't have to listen to it anymore. More of it, as you say, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get the appeal, but not for me.
Yeah. Get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've checked out the like full albums now. Since
Yeah,
I mean,
this seems like it's right up your alley. So.
yeah, yeah. But like as I said, when Ensenada came, I think that was almost like the last summer. I listened to like a few songs more like when that came. But now when this one came and the whole like there's a new album coming up, I felt like I had to check out like the full albums, and I wouldn't necessarily say that even for me like that I like full albums with Sublime, but I definitely found more songs that I like. But I will also like to say that both Ensenada, but maybe especially this song, Until the Sun Explodes, is one of the best songs they ever made. It's so good.
Okay.
But like I also get like the point of where you can say it's not my cup of tea and stuff like that, obviously. But if you compare different songs from Sublime, this is definitely one of the best. Which is, I don't know, that's my thought, but I mean that should say something about like the level that they have put up here.
Yeah.
And funny about the rest of the band, I don't know if like exactly everyone else is on the band too, but I know that at least the drummer is back too. So like there are like some OGs in the band too, and also like some other younger dudes that are in the band.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I love this. I'm so stoked on this.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grades.
Yeah, great. I can start. I will give this a 4. Yeah.
I wish.
Sorry.
Hope for some more. Yeah, I'm gonna probably give it a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could almost picture it.
This is
when I started listening to it, I was like, yeah, he's gonna like this song.
He's gonna like this song. I also want to say, as you said, with it's repeating itself. I totally get it, but also like that's what's it called? Fuck his name. Is it Brandon Yates or whatever? Singer in Turnstile.
Yeah.
He actually, I think he said something about like when they do songs for the latest album, that many of the songs are very repetitive, but he kind of went into something like, well, sometimes it's not a bad thing. Sometimes if you like do it good, and that's enough. Like that's just could be a good thing, and that's what I feel about this one. I think it's repeats itself in a good way, but it definitely is repetitive.
Yeah.
So yeah, we close down Sublime for now.
Yeah. Cult of Celebrity.
Lambrini Girls.
Lambrini Girls.
Hell yeah.
You can start on this one too.
Yeah. Also my band, obviously. The latest album, Who Let the Dogs Out, was on my top 5 list for the best albums of 2025. So it's pretty crazy that they released that album early 2025, and it feels like it's forever since they put out music. But I actually like that it's been a while since they actually put out a song. So I mean, they put it out then early last year, and haven't put out anything since then, and now this one comes out.
Yeah.
And like theme of the song, I think it's fun that they kind of like go in and poke on the Hollywood thing and the Hollywood business, when they released the last album, which were a huge success for them and put them on the map as a big band, and in the punk scene. And I guess they got a lot of credit for being like some form of new Sex Pistols band, like of this era.
Yeah.
That they did something ish new and something great with the album. So I think it feels like theme wise it's a proper, or what should you say? It feels like it's appropriate that they talk about this, because it feels like obviously there should be a lot of record deals popping up that want to sign them and do a lot of bad deals, and this is obviously what the track is about, and a lot of other dirty stuff.
Yeah, and they touched on it some on the album. Not straight out, but they touched on it, and here's like fuck Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's funny to see.
It's very ballsy.
Yeah, and they're still angry.
Yeah,
and not because they're shouting, because they actually are angry if you listen to the lyrics.
They're just mad.
Yeah, so I like this song, and I actually heard the lyrics from the start. Maybe because I knew I would going to have to listen for it, because the lyrics are important in their songs.
Yeah.
But I actually heard it the first time, from the first time, and I was like, yeah, this was pretty much what I expected from them. So,
exactly.
And
if not more,
yeah, and they have a special sound. And yeah, it's punk and sort of simple, if you will, in the actual music, like the drums and the guitars and everything. And yeah, she's sort of screaming, but everything works very good together. So it's nice to see, and this song actually fits straight into the album, the latest album. So it's nice to see that they haven't changed. Like we talked about some bands who go through something and they're like, nope, we will do the same thing.
Exactly.
And you will like it.
Exactly.
That's sort of their attitude to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a nice song. It's sort of short, not very long, but none of their songs are very, very long. So you get just enough. It's just a taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of this first one is free sort of thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, I like the song a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, very, very short. I feel like it's I don't know, when you listen to it the first time, it kind of just went by pretty quickly. It's like when it's over, it's over. It's like, oh shit, that's it. But I agree. Much of it actually fits in on the latest album. First listen, I was pretty shocked, like that. I don't know, the music in itself was more toned down, if you can say it like that. I mean, the sound is more like kind of like bluesy or something.
Yeah, sure.
I would say more of like something that the Hives could sound like, or something like that. It's not like that raw in the same way. Yeah, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or maybe like rockabilly almost. If that's an English word, I would say. But
yeah, it's an English word.
You can say that. But like that's the vibe I get, and that was a bit shocking to me, that it wasn't that rawness in the same way. But I kind of like it now that the lyrics and as we said, the theme of the track is so out there and so angry, and the rest of the song is just like pretty boppy, and it's like, as I said, rockabilly. It's like groovy, but it isn't like, I don't know, screamy, as you said. Her vocals are pretty like clean, besides from her like classic kind of like she has to scream something in the end of every verse or chorus, like, take it. like we like that. But otherwise, I think it's pretty clean.
Yeah.
But I start to like this more and more.
Yeah.
But I was not what can you say? I wasn't like unsatisfied at the start, but as I said, I think I was shocked that it was a bit of another vibe, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And like how they build that chorus, and some of the verses are amazing, I think.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah.
So hoping for some more stuff very soon.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they are going to release stuff.
Yeah.
Stuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously just fun that they're just taking a piss on everything still.
Yeah.
And obviously, as we said, like when they did that last album and they've become more famous and stuff, and they should probably have signed with some bigger record deal or something. And the record would probably want them to get more cleaned up in their vocals and not talk shit about everything, but they just keep going. Like they don't give a fuck.
No.
That's the way we want them to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I could take some grades.
Start then.
7.
7. I would give them an 8.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This song is better than some songs from the latest album, so yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, and it's funny how much lyric wise, how much they can cramp into one song about stuff they are unhappy with.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's real fun to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also nice how it feels like both you and Rasmus has like jumped down to the Lambrini boat with me.
Exactly.
Like, they've gained so much on you like this last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Feels like.
And I listened to, as I told you, I listened to the latest album just a few weeks ago or a few months ago. I don't remember. And it had grown on me. So that's nice to see. Yeah.
Nice.
So let's
love that.
love that. Let's go over to something else we have talked about before. Self-Deception.
Oh my god.
And the latest single, Don't Belong.
Yeah.
Sort of a step down in the energy, I would say.
Yeah.
Because it's been quite up-tempo, the latest songs.
Yeah. Should we maybe play it here? Should we play it right now?
Yeah.
Now.
Destroy the old you before it destroys you. Everything was made just to bring you down. The world keeps trying to say if you don't belong, don't belong. Don't belong. Don't belong.
Exactly. There it is.
Yeah, exactly. What was I saying? Yeah.
Step down in the tempo.
Exactly.
I feel like it necessarily doesn't go down that much from the wedding.
No, but in the feel of it, the feeling of it makes it feel, more of a step down. Step down feels like a dirty thing to say because it feels like I don't like it that much.
That's not the case.
This is actually so far in this single cycle.
Yeah.
This is my least favorite. But it's still Self-Deception, so I still love it.
Yeah.
But this song wasn't an instant hit for me. So I have to listen to it multiple times to get into it. And each time I listen to it, I get more into it. And yeah, it's... how should I say? No, I lost it completely. Take over for a second and I will collect my thoughts.
I'm taking over.
Yeah.
I could probably say instead that I definitely didn't unlike The Wedding. It was a great song. And I think, as I said, I think this song is still in the same realm of like kind of like the energy,
Yeah.
or maybe like how safe it is somehow. And also like more of an album track generally. But I think still that I liked this one more at the first time.
So quite the opposite from me.
Yeah, exactly. I think the opposite. I don't know. I just felt like that chorus just hit me directly. I don't know. Just so nice, so powerful and catchy.
Yeah.
Lyrically, the chorus is on the verge of a bit cringe, also. But to be honest, I don't mind, or like I like it. But when I read it, and I obviously heard it too, but it's like that's cheesy.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like it. But
And this song is in the same vein as Beautiful Disaster, I would say, from the latest album.
yeah, definitely.
Uh,
But I feel that was also like more sound wise, more cheesy, and so like about like a love song, or I think this one has more of a power, like a
more
hit
power.
somehow.
And I'm gonna say this in a nice way. It will sound not so nice, but I hope that this song doesn't get too big.
Oh, okay.
Because I will be sad if this one is one of the songs that, the general public will be like, yeah, we have to listen to this song. Every time you play live, we will have to have this song.
Okay.
Because I don't think this is the song that represents Self-Deception as much as every other song.
No.
So it feels like I don't have a good example, but there are some songs from some bands that is the biggest song, and it sounds nothing like the rest of their stuff. This isn't the case with this song. This still is in the realm of Self-Deception.
Yeah.
But I could still see that this song is a song that could be played on the radio like forever and ever, and people will be like, yeah, play that song, oh, it's so awesome, oh, I almost cried when I listened to it, that sort of feeling.
A bit like the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yeah, that's a good example, actually, because
like, oh, I love that song with Green Day. Like, yeah, they have more songs.
yeah, they have more songs. They have better songs.
They have better songs.
And then they'll be like, yeah, Holiday, and fuck.
Shit.
Yeah, because Holiday and Boulevard Broken Dreams are not the best of songs.
Oh, obviously, it's still great, but
Yeah, but you
yeah,
get what I mean.
Yeah.
You get what I mean.
Totally.
Yeah, so think of this song as a Boulevard Broken Dreams. I hope it doesn't get...
Become that
yeah.
for Self-Deception.
Hopefully another song will be like the one that they have to play and everything. I think that probably that will be Fire with Gasoline. Because that's an awesome song that has its own thing. But you get my point. I still like the song, and I will love to hear this live. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't want this to be the first thing that people think of.
Yeah.
So you will have to explain yourself. No, they actually have sort of harder things, or they sound a little different when Andrea screams, or something in that way.
Yeah.
I hope my message gets through.
Yeah.
That I'm not so negative as I may sound, but,
But
as I said, I still like this song. But
I get it.
Yeah.
What I do like about it is that, like, for Self-Deception, it's so clean, like, all through.
Yeah.
But it isn't like that it has like beautiful harmonies or something like that. I mean, it's pretty rough, but still like a very just radio friendly, like rock song.
Yeah.
But it isn't like a ballad or something.
No.
Or like if you take Beautiful Disaster, no hate on that song, but that has that more like kind of like gospel thing in the background or
Yeah.
something. Like something like that.
Great.
I mean,
Great sound.
that sounded
That's
great.
awesome.
That sounded awesome. I should be gospeling on this next album.
Yeah.
Bring me in, Self-Deception.
DM Anton and he will come and ruin your song.
Yeah, gladly. But I mean, they could have thrown in something more and to me destroy this song more. Like they could have spiced it up. Like, well, it's too clean. We need to throw in some backing vocals here, blah blah blah, or some robot voice or some other stuff. But I really enjoy it. It's just a regular song actually. But yeah, I don't feel like comparison to the other tracks they released, it's like a banger in that way. I mean, but still this song and The Wedding is in the same category. It's like the tracks that are a little bit worse than the other tracks, because the first, I don't know what it was, like 2 or 3 tracks they released. One of Us and
yeah, Time's Up.
Time's Up. Those were like, I mean, for them, mega bangers.
Yeah.
Like those were super. And these 2 songs are like awesome too. Like I'm so glad that they are just so solid all through. But I mean, still more like just, as we call it, album tracks. It feels like I'm gonna enjoy it on an album, but I don't get too cheerful on this track as a single. It isn't like, whoa. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But as I said in the beginning when we talked about it now, I felt like when that chorus hit, it's like, fuck yeah. I mean, it's so, I don't know, so great at the same time, you know, that they don't have to complicate it that much, and they just do what they do the best. But yeah, a very, very, very solid, or even good song. Yeah, obviously.
And as you could imagine, I will give this a pretty decent rating. So
yeah, you have to.
I don't have to, but I will.
They don't pay you, but you will.
Yeah, exactly. They can pay me if they want, but that wouldn't change much.
So they don't really have to.
That would be like throwing money in the lake, cause yeah.
They should pay Rasmus instead.
Yeah, but that would be weird also if he suddenly... Although he actually, the first 2 songs, he was really into, so...
Yeah.
And I think he wouldn't have liked this one.
No, I think he would also think it's too, like in his perspective, too mediocre or too just radio friendly, as we said.
So this is why we fired him.
Yeah.
We actually just told everybody that he's moving, but we fired him because he didn't align with the standards of this show.
Exactly. No. And we also actually moved him to like northern Sweden.
We
send him up.
Exactly. No.
Rating, Andreas.
Yeah, I will give this a 7.
I agree on that. 7.
Yeah. So it's I don't think I've ever gone this low for Self-Deception song. It feels weird.
Yeah, probably not. But obviously there are tracks that are a 7 or maybe less than that, if you have to pick songs from albums.
From every album, sure.
Yeah, but we're talking like a single that we're talking about.
From I don't think even from Shapes and onward, I could pick a song that would be a 7 or lower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Either way. Talking about a comeback from Lambrini Girls, we have a comeback from another band.
Yeah.
You looked so.
Sorry,
Suspicious.
I got a message that I had to answer, and I had to answer it 3 times now.
All right.
It
But
was a
yeah.
follow-up. Yeah, Throne,
Throne are back.
Split.
Split.
Yeah, 2-minute song.
It's almost like generous.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's not like 1:30.
It's
2 minutes.
Exactly. They've teased that they were going to release stuff forever. It feels like. I think December they released a short snippet on their Instagram and everything, and we have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally, I actually was fortunate enough to. I think I was sitting and eating. I talked to you about this, but and just went into YouTube and saw that, or I saw it on Instagram. Either way, I saw that they were like, yeah, we have a new video up, and the music will be up at midnight. And I was like, damn. And it was 13 minutes after they released the song on YouTube.
Right.
So I was like, I'm so glad that I was here at this moment, so I could be like one of the first to see it. That was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a great Friday, I think, or Thursday, or whatever day it was, to have come up from bed and see like, new Throne song. But this was awesome too.
Yeah.
So I watched the video. Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do some form of music video reviewing of the tracks too, in general of this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen this video.
And it's higher production than their other videos.
Oh yeah, I was just checking that because if they've signed with another label, they should have. But this track is signed with a Rising Empire. But I guess that Excessive Guilt wasn't. Yeah, it was a Rising. All right, it's the same.
The same. Yeah.
No news.
So first off, the singer, his name escapes me right now.
Marcus?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say Buster, but Buster is on the drums.
Drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's Marcus.
Yeah. Let's call him Marcus either way. He sounds a bit different. You can hear that it's not exactly the same as Excessive Guilt. There's just an inch difference in his voice. Not that you actually pay attention to it, because it's still him and you can still hear the screaming and everything. But there was something that I noticed, and it's more in the beginning of the song than in the later part of the song. Later part. 1 minute and 30 seconds later or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still very much a Throne song, so it's super hard. And you can hear Buster on the drums, where it sounds like he's actually physically hitting the drums, like with his fists, because he's angry with the drums, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And also with the guitars, it's not like, let's strum a little, because that would be fun. It's like, fucking kill this these strings and everything.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But the thing I like most about this song is the change in tempo that happens. Because I was not expecting it, and I love it.
All the time.
Yeah, because it starts as many songs from the latest album, and then in the same sentence where he sings, they change the tempo and he keeps singing.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. I was like, can he do that? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
And yeah, of course it is allowed, but holy crap. And then they do it like 3 or 4 times in the song.
Yeah, exactly. It feels obviously it's 2 minutes, so it is all the time.
Yeah.
But it feels like that. It's just swapping around. Every time.
And it's not that what usually happens when you do sort of breakdown, where you could go boom, boom, and then some silence, and pow, and then you change the tempo.
Yeah.
But here it changes
In the mid.
in the same. Yeah, they still play.
Yeah.
They keep on playing. There's no silence in the middle. It's I'm blown away by it.
blown away.
Yeah, it's so cool
Yeah.
and awesome, and I love it, and I love this band, and I'm so happy that we get new music
Throne.
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't know. It feels like Throne and Knocked Loose. We're talking a lot about those two bands, but I don't know. It feels like even they're not like actually the same in the sound, but it feels like they're doing something in the same way, kind of, that makes me at least like both of these bands very much.
yeah,
And I think maybe like the tempo thing is one of the things that they can just change it, like as you said, mid verse or mid chorus or whatever. Like you just swap it there. Instead, when you listen to other talented like metalcore bands or whatever that change tempo, as you say, you wait for like some kind of break, like drums, like a big bang and then break, and now it's going hard. That's kind of like a bit boring. I've said that to you and Rasmus sometimes, that I'm not necessarily enjoying that like in concerts many times with that classic like we're gonna headbang so slow and just groove with this thing, like that part. But it feels like with bands like Knocked Loose and The Throne, they're so good at kind of swapping all around all the time.
and I think in the hardcore scene, as you said with Throne and Knocked Loose, they are more how should I say, they're more into the process of making good sounding music, not just good music. Because usually when you get hardcore, you get three guys, throw them in a room, they don't care, hook up some mics, they don't care, and there's a guy screaming and sort of plays the guitar, and another guy, he plays bass, and the drummer is louder than all of them, and they were like, yeah, we're done, let's do it. And here they actually make it sound good. And that's one thing that's with Knocked Loose and Throne. And Throne I would have to put in another category above them, because you can hear that they are really good at sound engineering. Because they can make I think they can make everything sound exactly how they want it to sound. And like we talked about Raise Fist, for example. They don't like to be in the studio. Most of their albums is not that greatly mixed or anything. Like we talked about, like Anthem. It's not so loud even. The bass doesn't come through. In this it does.
Oh yeah.
So if you take like your high-end, super nice speakers and have a nice sounding surround sound or something at home, where you usually have like, let's play some classical music because you get every note. You can do the same thing with Throne, because everything, it's not just loud. It's surrounding you with good sound, and that's what sets them apart. And Knocked Loose and some other bands that also works on it, and that's why I really like them, because I don't like crappy sounding music. That's the worst thing I know. It could be a good song, but when it's not that good in the recording or in the mixing, I get kind of turned off. I can still listen to it and be like, but somewhere in the back of my head, it's like, oh, if only they have had a producer who would just touch on it a little bit more, or make it just a tiny bit better. But you don't have to worry with this on Throne, because fucking hell. Exactly.
But it also feels like, because I guess Buster is like the genius of basically everything with Throne, and as we know, he has two other bands, if not more things in the air all the time. But I guess you probably have to give a lot of credit to him for just being kind of a mastermind with knowing what he's doing and what he wants. Like
exactly.
He, as you say, very good at just pinpointing the exact sound that they want to bring out.
And I think that's why we haven't heard from them. Like, yeah, they've teased about stuff, but it's been like, no, we're not there yet.
Yeah,
You will
exactly.
not get to hear it.
Exactly.
You will have to wait. Yeah, it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
But I'm surely hoping for more stuff, because it's just 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's just 2 minutes.
Yeah, and as we talked about, they haven't released that much. Yeah, they've released an album and an EP, but combined, it's 30 minutes.
Exactly. That's it.
So now we have like 32 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
But I also like, as with them, and I guess Knocked Loose too, but especially from like, I like that so much that they keep it down with the minutes, like that they don't have to put it up to like a 4:30 or something.
No.
Just because they want to make some big ass fucking breakdown that's gonna take out so much time. Like, they're keeping it short and clean, and this is also like a clever thing that I think Mark Hoppus in Blink-182 said with I think it was edging, but generally he's just said it's so much smarter to put out a shorter song because you want to listen to it again instead of putting out like a too long song.
yeah,
Like, then you don't necessarily want to come back to it so quickly.
yeah,
But when it's this short, it's like I have to listen again. As with Lambrini Girls, even, or almost with Sublime too. I mean, it's not that long, but especially with those two, it's like it goes by so quick that you kind of like, I want to hear this again.
yeah,
So great. But again, with Throne on this song, I mean, that chorus is so fucking crazy.
yeah.
And you split my head in two, wanted to. I mean, fuck.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. And the funny thing was, actually, the first time I listened to this one was with Rasmus on the train when we were going to the Solens interview.
Yeah.
So that was actually like the day after this was released. And Rasmus said, "Just have you seen the new Throne video?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Check it out." And I checked it out. I listened to it, and I was like, directly after to him, I was like, that chorus. He was like, "Yeah,
Yep.
yep."
Yeah, man, son.
I mean, it's probably one of the most catchiest choruses they've ever put out. And I mean, being that catchy when you're a metalcore band, that's fucking insane. And it's not like it's catchy that it's like so melodic or something. It's just heavy as fuck. And that split my head in two. What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's a 10.
Yeah.
It's a fucking 10.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to at least give it maybe a 9. I'm not really there at that. This is like the best track ever. I mean, it's like,
not the best track ever, but it's fucking good.
Yeah, it is. But and now I'm gonna turn it around. Like, it sounds like I hate this song instead. But I don't know. I at the same time, I don't get really like the, I don't know, suffocate vibe of it. Like, this is like insanely good in that way, or it breaks ground in another way. This is just definitely what we wanted for them, and we've been waiting for. But yeah, I can't put a 10 on this. I just can't. There's something about it.
Once again, your ears deceive you.
maybe, but yeah, maybe just that the chorus is insanely good, but maybe the verses kind of escapes me a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
So a 9. Just
a
to be,
9.
Yeah.
A 9. We're saying a 9.
Yeah. So let's move on to
We move on.
Don Broco.
Don Broco.
Nightmare Tripping.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing with this album is when I listened to it like the first 2 times, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna actually listen so I can analyze things.
Yeah.
I thought that there were more featurings. I don't know what I've been smoking, but there are only 2.
Could it be that the drummer is singing on a lot of tracks too?
Sort of, but
You
I
felt
look-
there was like a different voice.
yeah, and
From
I have a memory of looking at it at like, oh, which song is this? And oh, it's the featuring Nickelback, and oh, it's featuring Sam Carter,
Yeah.
and it's featuring. I don't know where I got it from.
Okay.
'Cause, yeah, I was like, oh, it's very. How many featuring is there on this album? It's half of the songs featuring. No, it's only 2.
Only 2.
Only 2.
Only 2.
So yeah, as we started that way, so let's keep going that way. We talked about the Nickelback song 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 episodes ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So I will not go too deep into that one. And the other one is with Sam Carter, of course, of Architects.
Yep.
That small band that, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
They're sort of fine.
Yeah. I guess they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
True Believer.
yeah.
And it's not Sam Carter at his best, I will have to say.
Yeah.
It's still Sam Carter who is still the best, but he's not at his peak, you know.
Kind of like not that him and Rob, who is also screaming and singing mostly on Don Broco's tracks, but it isn't like they're really close in their screams. But I think it's just maybe that he screams a lot too on this track, and that when Sam Carter comes in, you obviously hear that it's Sam Carter, but I mean it's relatively close, and as you say, it feels like I feel like he's coming up at a decent level, but it isn't like he's coming in and just showing everybody like I'm fucking Sam Carter here.
Yeah.
Like it's insane to have you with me on this track, and kind of like that he kind of escapes in the track too. Like you don't hear him that clearly.
No,
I think the music is kind of like overplaying him a bit too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you still get a bell.
Yeah.
And you still get a blah. So they try really hard to make you like this song.
Yeah.
And it's still a good song. I will not put it down too much, but it could have been better, because let's face it, in my world, Sam Carter right now is one of the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a recipe for and the funny thing was when I listened to it the first time and started listening to it, I was like, this sounds like someone else.
Yeah.
and when I picked up my phone to look at who it could have been, then you heard the distinct, squealy voice thing from, and I was like, oh yeah, there is his name. It's Sam.
He definitely like puts in those parts that he's like famous for.
Yeah,
those parts. That's cool.
Yeah.
Also has to say, just like, I mean, he's done a lot of featurings too, but like if you want to hear a good Sam Carter featuring, you should listen to Neck Deep song Don't Wait from their album, and that escaped me, but it's from, I think it's 2018, I think.
Okay.
That track is awesome. But
remind me when we stop recording so I can
I will do that.
Listen to it in the car.
yeah. But that's also like much like better to put him in, partly because like Ben in Neck Deep doesn't scream like that. I mean, he's just pop punk screaming mostly, so you definitely hear someone else coming in and screaming, but they really give him the space to just scream the fuck out.
Yeah.
But obviously also like it's many years ago, and as I think we talked about when they played here live for like a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
We all agreed that it felt like Sam Carter had to, like, I don't know, have like 3 songs to really like
Get
his,
into it.
yeah, get his voice into it. I feel like he needed to warm up a bit more. So I don't know, maybe just not that he's losing it. Obviously, they put out like basically the best album of last
Yeah.
year, everything. So yeah, no doubt that we know that, but maybe he just needs more warm up and like getting older, literally. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they probably just didn't use him as good here.
Yeah. So overall on the album, to just put that song aside, I feel it's one of those hit and miss albums. So it's one song that's a hit and one song that's not as good, and it's almost, not entirely, but almost like they're coming after one another. And the songs that are not quite as up-tempo and not quite as screamy, those are the ones that I don't like as much.
Have to agree on that.
Yeah, and like we talked about many times before, I like the screamy stuff. But even in the screamy songs, you get the clean vocals who are much nicer than in the non-screamy songs, which I think is weird.
Yeah.
And like I said, is it the drummer that sings also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does he scream too?
No, not scream.
No, he just sings.
Yeah.
Because then the singer, he gets sort of, he does that thing where he normal singing, and also, but he can get sort of two-way screaming, if you get what I mean. He can make it sound not entirely different, but still 2 parts on the spectrum or something.
Okay.
It's not super obvious, but that's why I was wondering if the drummer screamed also.
Yeah. Like, obviously, it could be like he's screaming at one point or something like that, but I don't think he actually screams.
It's not super notable, so
Yeah.
it's for sure could be that the one guy.
Yeah. Because the 2 guys' vocals, like Rob is much more of the masculine voice in the band, and what's he called, Matt. Matt is more of like a gentle voice and just usually just nice singing many of the parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to add something to
No, just that I think it's weird that you get the sort of different, and not in the screamy stuff, but in the gentle stuff, where in the screamy songs they can make it sound better than the non-screamy songs.
Yeah.
Which is weird. When you don't scream, you should, but those are the songs that I have a hard time listening to.
Okay.
And as a start on this album, Cellophane, it's a great start of the album, and I didn't actually know what I was expecting. I've obviously heard this song before, and maybe I didn't remember that it was from this album or something, but I didn't expect it. So it was kind of mind-blowing when I started, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And also, that song in particular makes me think of Blindside. No, not Blindside. Is it Blindside? The Finnish band that was in the Eurovision some years ago.
Oh, those guys.
Blind Channel.
Blind Channel, yeah.
Blindside is a Swedish band.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Awesome Swedish band. I don't think they exist anymore. They have one super mega fucking great song.
Not even Blind Channel. They also
Blind Channel has broken up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely. But Blind Channel has more of a. They have 2 singers, first and foremost.
Yeah.
But the one more hip hopier guy in Blind Channel has the same sort of tone in his voice as in Cellophane
Oh, okay.
when in the singing.
Yeah.
It took a long time to get around to it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm back. So I was like, yeah, and I really liked that Blind Channel. So that was a good start, because I think when we listened to Cellophane, I wasn't that hyped about it.
I think so too.
I think you were like, yeah, it's awesome, and I was
I
like,
think both of me,
yeah.
me and Rasmus was like, this is fucking awesome, and
Yeah.
you were like, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Yeah, I've changed my mind.
Nice.
I don't know if I was just grumpy that day or something.
But it could also be like that. I don't know if you know of Don Broco before, but it could
Nope.
also be like, yeah, that you heard them the first time and was like, well, this wasn't like a Throne thing that you were like, this is so fucking good. But
Yeah.
then you hear the other stuff and you hear a whole album, and then you be like, this is one of the best songs of the album. Shocker, but like, it could be like that you have that perspective.
Yeah,
that
maybe.
it turns out that this was one of the best.
So it was a great start to the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
So yeah, you can talk for a bit now.
yeah. I mean, this is what was it? I think it's the fifth album. It was like 5 years ago they put out the last album.
Yeah.
And I know that I jumped on them like 2018 when they put out Technology, and specifically the song Everybody, which is maybe still my favorite song. I'm a bit unsure if Rasmus didn't like that or was more of that kind of side that he didn't understand why people like that track. Either way, I love that track and I love that music video. They were a lot of fun then. I think they're still fun, but this album is more serious, I think, generally, and more songs are about like wars and stuff like that. But yeah, I started to listen to them then, and I found a few songs, but I didn't necessarily love the whole album of Technology. Then they released that second album. It's not their actually second, but the second after Technology, 2021. And I just recall that I listened to a few songs then and wasn't like liking it the same as I did before. I was like, I kind of lost them there. Yeah, when I've listened to like the whole albums again, and I feel like the album from 2021, we have to double check Amazing Things. I feel like that is a pretty consistent album. Technology isn't as consistent, but it has more like bangers.
Yeah.
But I also feel like this is probably the most consistent album that they put out. And also like the level of like, I don't know, just the level of that they know what they want to do here is just, I don't know, just shining through everything, I feel. Because they've always been like so experimental of like their sound and trying stuff. And I think their flaw is that maybe sometimes they try too much. But I don't think probably that they do it on this album. I think they're staying at a solid ground all the time. And as I said, as consistent on this one. And I don't know, I think that's just why, especially me, maybe Rasmus too, was so like shocked when Cellophane dropped as the first single. And it was like so hard and much harder than the previous tracks or albums. Because they always, as I said, been experimental, but they've kind of like had this weird like, what should you say, kind of like jazzy hard rock sound. They're not necessarily like metal or something like that, but they just swap around a lot and use a lot of cowbells, at least back in the days. But this one was so much harder and like unexpected, but also like definitely the best shit they put out. But I still agree with you that, like, as you said, like, what should you say? Like, every second track after another is like less good, and then the next track is much better, and less good, much better. But I don't necessarily think there's one really, really bad song here. But also, like, if you see at their previous records and this record, they're usually like a bit too long, and it isn't like this album has a lot of tracks. I think it was like 11 or 12. So I mean that's fine, but they usually have a bit too much and too long.
Yeah.
So I also think that could be like a flaw for them too, that they need to be able to narrow it down sometimes. I don't necessarily think that is a problem on this album, but I could definitely like at least take away like one track or maybe two, and that would be much more compact and be a better like, which is a finished product.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of great songs. Also like that they pop up some tracks that weren't singles here that I really enjoy. But like Hype Man, I think it comes too late on the album. Or they should have like just kept it to the last song instead and go out on it.
That was one point.
Yeah.
Because I got to it and I was like, oh, this is an awesome way to end this album.
Yeah.
Holy crap, this perfectly ends it.
Yeah.
And then comes another song, and I was like, no, please stop it. No.
No.
Why do you have to do this?
Not another song.
So I was so disappointed that Hype Man wasn't the last song.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, but the last song is my least favorite song.
Yep.
And it didn't get any better because of that feeling where I was like, yeah, I'm done. This is perfect. I'm done with it. This is a perfect way to end it and everything. And then comes another song. Another one.
Another one.
Yeah. So not a good feeling. And as I said, not a good song, actually.
Yeah.
Hype Man is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I would just have to say that I'm so glad that there finally is a good song named Euphoria.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, but I don't like that Euphoria.
No. It's
singing
not.
part.
It's not the best one and everything. But if someone wanted to hear Euphoria, which one would you prefer?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just waiting for someone to say, yeah, could you just put on Euphoria?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
No worries.
This
I
comes
got
on.
you.
Euphoria.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like,
It's
what?
Sort of the same thing.
Is this Loreen? No.
Who?
Yeah, who? Who?
Yeah. Have I told you the time that I almost ran her over?
No.
I came down from my father's job. You know, the hill down to towards Strandvägen.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, a person comes walking really fast from out of nowhere, just over the street, and I had to stop my car.
Yeah.
I wasn't like close to hitting her, just so you know.
Yeah.
And I would have stopped even closer if I didn't see her. But yeah, she didn't look both ways before she went over the street, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
And right when she was in front of the car, I was like, that's Loreen. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Almost hit Loreen.
Yeah, and I told a friend of mine who dislikes her even more than I do, and I don't like her. And he was like, why did you have to brake? I was like, yeah, but the police report would have been so awful and everything.
Yeah.
And it was before the second win in Eurovision, so we would have been spared. But hey, you can't get everything here in life.
Can't get everything.
Sorry about that little anecdote, but
I like that. I didn't know that.
No.
Fun.
But yeah. So yeah, the time when I almost ran over Loreen.
Crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, Euphoria is one of the songs that is not the better song. It's the worst song if you put them in those categories. But it's still, I think that's still pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
in the
yeah.
grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it is, and like if I'm thinking of it right now, I know how it goes and everything, so I think that's like a proof
He
of
sings Euphoria.
true,
Yeah.
true, and I don't think of Loreen, which is great, but like I don't know, I guess that's some kind of proof that they do it good and it's a memorable song. And sadly many times those aren't your favorites, but I mean still it works, and
Yeah.
I mean then you have to give it somehow like some credit that it's at least good or right. But I don't know, I don't like that way he sings Euphoria. It kind of like
I'm totally behind you.
it irritates me.
It irks me.
It irks me. But I think that's a way also with Don Broco is like they do stuff so differently many times that almost as you said in the beginning, like a hit or miss. It feels like they can do something on like Cellophane that is like banger, and then they do this on this track, and it's like, well, you don't have to like change everything all the time.
Yeah.
Even though, as I said, it's pretty consistent. But I would say "Pacify Me" is a good, shocking track.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cool.
I would say that the block of Pacify Me, Swimming Pool, and Hype Man,
Yeah.
that's the best part of the album.
Mm.
Because Pacify Me, I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
it to be that good. And it's very different from, for lack of a better expression, normal songs. It does sort of weird things in it, and also in Swimming Pools. There is things thrown into it that people usually don't do. Yeah, and with here's a strange sound, let's throw it in there just because. And even with the in Pacify Me, in the tempo and the way he sings it and everything, it's really good. The clean is the wrong word because he isn't screaming that much in Pacify Me, but
It's more like the chorus.
lighter sounding, the chorus, lighter sounding
Because
vocals. That's not the best part of the song for me.
Agree.
I really love the other parts, the verses and the bridges and stuff.
Yeah, because then it's more like, I don't know, as I said, a bit more shocking when you listen to it. It's like, I don't know, just when I hear it, I feel like it's unexpected, like in a good way. That it isn't like they're like trying stuff and it doesn't work. It's like we just, as you said, throwing in sounds and it's just, I don't know, it just feels exciting. Much more exciting than I think even like a track like True Believers. And to get like some of Rasmus' thoughts into this one too. He also was like, when he listened to it, we talked about it when we were out on the town, and he was like, I listened to it and I was kind of like disappointed, but I have to check it out again if it's gonna be better this time. But he was like, I kind of didn't get it. And I don't know how he feels right now, if it changed, but I kind of agree with him when I hear it, like as we talked about it already, but it isn't that exciting. Obviously there are hard parts and it's good, but it's kind of like more formula type. This one, as I said, with Pacify Me, it's more like exciting, like all over the track. You said the chorus, more clean vocals, less good, but I don't know, it at least kind of shifts good between those parts. That's maybe like a good thing that they at least do that. And also like, I know Ghost in the Night is one of the, I guess, slower songs. And I don't love the track, but I do appreciate it a lot because it kind of builds up in the track. Maybe it doesn't build that much, but it's a slow burner, and then it kind of gets that nice outro that I think is pretty thick.
I don't like the way he sings in that one.
Yeah, I can buy that. Yeah, I can get behind it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that end of the track does a lot of it. Like that makes it feel like it's much more quality in it. If they would just skip that kind of like hard outro, it would be just a really boring track. But I think that adds a lot to it. That changes the whole track to something very nice. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the other tracks really. I think, as I said, it's consistent and probably definitely like the best album they put out, and I like the direction they have taken here, and that they have gone harder and they have found their sound much more. And that awesome featuring with Nickelback, Nightmare Tripping, that I think is just genius, with all the sounds and the way they deliver that verses too, and the cool and mighty beautiful breakdown outro thing too. Very nice. And also with Cellophane, I don't know, I just get a lot of like that Need for Speed Most Wanted like very car fueled vibe with I don't know what it is, electronics. They use a lot of like Matrix things or references in the music video, like gunshots going and it goes a bit in slow-mo. That part they usually put it in when those like electronics come in. I think those are really nice and cool, and I would have loved if they used that more on the album in total. So that, I think that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
Wanna add
I'm
something?
pretty much done with everything. Yeah, I could. Yeah, Swimming Pool. Also an awesome song, and I really like the way he sounds in that one. The singing and everything, and it's super cool. I lost what I was going to say about it, but yeah, I really like that one. And so in that block of three songs, very hard to say, in the ending of the album, it's a nice send off. Too bad it's not the real send off, because they ruin it.
You
Ruin it.
You ruin it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a bit sad, but so Swimming Pool is awesome also. Yeah. Sandwiched in the middle of Hype Man and which was it?
Euphoria. No, Pacify Me.
Pacify Me.
Pacify Me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, it rounds up.
Yeah, it works
pretty
good
nicely.
there. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to like, I think to drop any really bad songs, but to me, to be honest, like Swim Pools kind of like escapes me right now, and like Somersaults also, like I can't really recall it how it sounds. But then you have like Disappear, that is also like so fucking catchy and clever also, like, but in the same way as Euphoria, like they sing it very easily in their chorus, but they do it in a way that you're gonna remember it very clearly. But yeah, I don't know, great song, but hard to say like how high am I gonna put this, because like the songs aren't necessarily that bad, but how good are the songs too?
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I'm happily surprised by the album in total. I dig it. I dig the whole feeling of it. As I said, it just feels like they found themselves really on this album. Yeah.
So give me your best and worst song, please.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna join you on the corner, and especially because like it's the last track.
It ruins it.
Yeah, and I mean, it could probably work, but just because Hype Man was there and you want it to be the end.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would like Hype Man like on the second or third track or something like that, much earlier. But it should have ended the album.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say Nightmare Tripping with Nickelback. I love that track.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually thought you would was going to say Cellophane.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, but I don't know. I think Nightmare Tripping with Shad, Kroger,
Yeah,
Mr.
exactly.
Mr. Shad.
Mr. Shad.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
it's just a banger to me.
And as I said, the corner, the worst one.
The best. No.
No, not the best. And the best one I think is Swimming Pools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Actually.
Damn.
Yeah. It was between that one and Pacify Me, but Swimming Pools was just a notch better,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I was thinking of Pacify Me too. I think I would at least put it up there somehow with the best. As we said, also like True Believers, that should be a track that we probably like the most because Sam Carter is there. But and it's, as we said, it's really great. But I think it's just because the disappointment of it is there that makes it like that you don't really put it up there as the best tracks.
Yeah, and I think you will give this slightly higher than me, so I will start. So I will give this a 7.
To be honest, I think I'm also gonna go with the 7.
Oh,
Actually,
damn.
yeah, but that's yeah. That's the weird thing. I don't know. Actually, it probably doesn't matter that much. But when you're gonna rate it, it's fun. But I feel like it could be an 8. But as I was saying, like a lot of the tracks are fine to me, or I can listen to Disappear, Euphoria. They're catchy, but like, how good are they still? Like, I think there are too many tracks that are mid, or above mid, but
Exactly.
but there are like maybe 3 tracks that are much better.
Yeah.
And that makes it kind of like a 7.
Yeah.
I think.
So that was Don Bronco.
Don Broco.
Broco. I don't know why I keep saying Bronco. I think of
you
the
want
car.
to say Bronco?
Yeah, it's the white Bronco that OJ drove.
Yeah.
So should we do some recommendations? Do you have something?
We have to recommend something. I don't have something.
I can pick something, and just because you talked about them as your favorite song, Nickelback, Animals, because that's a fucking good Nickelback song.
Yeah.
They have many, very many good songs, but that's kind of old school and sort of hard, and it's funny, and the lyrics are funny, and so it's the whole package. And it was when Chad Kroeger had his famous hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to have the hair.
You have to have the hair.
Yeah.
It's funny. Me and my buddy was sending a few Nickelback videos to each other on Instagram. Yeah. We're just hyping Nickelback so much. But I found this video of them when they were playing like the Olympics in Vancouver. I think it was 2010. And I think they were playing like not Something in Your Mouth, the other track from that album. What could it be called?
I don't know.
A heavy track from that one. And it was so cool. It was so lit. Like, they looked so fucking awesome. He still had the long hair. And I think the album actually dropped like probably the year before, but it was just so cool to see like that they were so fucking awesome. They're like totally rock stars, and also at a time where rock actually shifted somehow. like there was like a couple years before that Nickelback definitely was like a radio band and all of that, but it felt like after 2010 it kind of shifted that nobody listened to rock, and not even like Nickelback.
No.
And probably they put out lesser good music than before.
And also, funny thing, look up the origins of Everybody Hates Nickelback.
Yeah.
Why it became a meme. A really funny story, actually.
Burn It to the Ground.
Burn to the Ground, yeah.
Was a track I was thinking
Yeah.
of. That's a fucking banger too. But I'm gonna recommend Edgehill. The band is Edgehill, and the track Double Take.
Okay.
And it's more of a like indie track. So I spared you from this one, so I don't put it in the next episode.
Thank you. Thank you.
No worries.
I can sort of already hear where you're going with it. So
Yeah, but I don't know. It also like once again popped up on Instagram. Was having a nice vibe to it, nice voice, and a really cool video where it's like he's kind of like running through like the same room, but it happens in the room. It appears different stuff. Super cool video, and like you find that video that is like 1 in 20 that you like. This was actually fucking cool. Thank you, Instagram, for this one.
Yeah.
And it's one of the more like repetitive thing again, but I think this time again they do it very well. Very nice song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, Spotify, and everything.
Yeah.
Especially Instagram right now, because we will announce the winners in the Broken Summer competition.
Yeah.
Competition is not the word, but sure.
Some kind of competition.
Yeah, exactly. Next week. So the last day to participate is the last of April.
Yeah.
I think we said, yeah.
Yeah,
30th.
Exactly.
April 30. And there will be some more funny stuff on Instagram. I will not say too much coming. And also, when we announce things and stuffs like that, you can catch it on Instagram. And also, if you like to see when we do sort of things from when we see bands live, it's on Instagram. So
Yeah.
But if you just want to hear us, you can do it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Or any place you listen to podcasts. And also, you can watch us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe not that interesting, but you can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
and
would like that.
there are some interviews and stuff there that you can check out
Yeah. Hell
with
yeah.
more interesting people, more interesting than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other people,
Definitely.
definitely.
Do you have an album for next week you want to talk about?
Not on the straight arm.
Not on the straight arm.
Sorry.
Yes.
I know that there was some stuff coming up, but I think maybe it's 2 weeks
Okay.
before. We will have to check it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we will have to see.
Yeah.
And like we said, Rasmus will be available when he can. And also, if there is a glap, that was really Swinglish.
Swinglish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If we miss a week or two, it's not because we hate you all. It's because life is really full right now for both of us.
Yeah.
So don't be discouraged, because we promise we will try to do it every week. But
Yeah.
we're only human.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and then
And we obviously wanna do an episode every week, but obviously there, as we said, it's life comes in the way, and
sometimes
also,
life
like,
kicks you in the face.
Exactly, and also like we actually do a lot of things with the podcast on the side right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, there are stuff that is happening, but also like that takes a lot of time.
And some
from
stuff
us.
that we can talk about, and some stuff that will happen soon, and some stuff that may not happen. So yeah,
Yeah.
just know that we're working hard on stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
even if it don't seem like
Doesn't seem like it, but we are.
Yeah,
We are.
exactly. Apart from our actual working life and our life and stuff like that, but
Exactly.
of course this is the number one priority.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With that said, we're wrapping this episode up.
Wrap it up.
It's
Bye-bye.
a wrap. Bye.
The ghost that I keep on drowning always comes back with a rage. It's the same old fucking craving, just a different